Hello, this is Jimmy Akimbade. So today we'll be looking at schedule compression techniques. What do you do when your project is behind schedule? When your project faces the issue or the probability that it will be completed late. So the first thing we can do is called crashing. So in crashing, when our project is behind schedule, we get more resources to work on what we call critical path activities. The critical path activities are the activities we cannot afford to delay starting as at when due. They determine the duration of our project. So if the critical path activities can be completed on time or in less time, it will help our project to be completed on time. And it will help us to avoid the risk of completing our project late. So the drawback of crashing is it usually increases cost because we end up spending more in getting more resources to focus on critical path activities. Then we have fast tracking. In fast tracking, certain activities that were supposed to be done sequentially according to our original schedule will now be done simultaneously. They'll be done at the same time. So we believe that this gives us the opportunity to save time, which enables our project to be completed on time. So for example, if we're looking at developing probably HR software for an organization, um, you could have two tasks. Task A, test all the functionalities of the software in-house. Task B, call the user and have user acceptance testing. So it could be that, of course, normally we're supposed to test all the functionalities in-house first before we call the user for user acceptance test. So we can decide to do the two simultaneously, although this is risky. So what we mean is we use the user to test the functionality of the software. We don't test the functionality of the software in-house. This is very risky because whatever bugs, defects, whatever is not working in the software currently will be discovered by the user, and that wouldn't be a good experience. So that's fast tracking. So the issue with fast tracking is even though it doesn't it might not initially lead to high cost, it can lead to rework because if there are now issues with with the functionalities of the software as discovered by the user, we will now have to do some things all over again, some coding, some debugging all over again. So that is the issue with fast tracking. Next one, scope reduction. If the project is behind schedule, we can choose to reduce the scope and say the part of the scope that will be completed in the initial project will now be completed in a new project entirely. So the example we just gave, we could say, oh, for now, for the HR software, we'll only focus on the recruitment part. We'll have another project in the future where we'll now add the remuneration payment part for employees. So that is scope reduction. So outsourcing means while we're working on a part of the project and a contractor will be working on another part of the project. So you can say it's in a way it's similar to fast tracking. But just in this case, it is another party, a third party that will be working on another part of the project at the same time. So while we do the recruitment part for the HR in-house, the payment part can be done by a third party. So both of us are working simultaneously on those two parts, and that will give us the opportunity to be able to complete the project on time. So these are the techniques you can use to complete your project on time when it seems it will be completed late because it is currently behind schedule. Hope you've learned one or two things you can apply to your projects and operations. Have a great week and bye.